When I was a boy, just about the 8th grade, Mama used to say, don't stay out the late with the bad boys. Always shoot the pool, Giuseppe got the flunk of school. Boy, it make me sick, all the thing I gotta do. I can't get no kicks, I always got to follow rules. Boy, it make me sick, just to make the lousy bucks. Got to feel like a fool. And the mama used to say all the time, what's the matter with you? Hey, gotta no respect. What do you think you do? Why you look Happy so Sunday night. It's a nice place. Shut up for your face. That's my mom, I cannot remember. Big accordion solo. Glad that to say. Really nice, really nice. But soon there come a day, gonna be a big star. Then they make a TV shows and the movies. Get myself a new car, but still I be myself. Belly. I don't want to change a thing. Still hi, Belly. I think about the mama. She used to say, what's the matter you? Hey. Hola, ¿cómo estás? What do you think you do? Why you look so sad? It's not so bad. It's a nicer place. I shut up for your face. Mama, she said it all of the time. What's the matter you? Hey, God no respect. What do you think you do? How's everybody doing? Hola. What's everybody up to? Do you like my beautiful background? I created this set all by myself from scratch. Of course, I'm being sarcastic. Oh, you're drinking on the job? This is turmeric. It's a vitamin liquid. I'm a boring health fanatic. I don't know about boring, but... Hi, Philadelphia. How are you doing? Today is my birthday. I'm 28 in my mind. Hi, California. How are you? Today's my 28th birthday. I'm missing a couple decades there, here or there, but who's counting? Well, thank you. I always hate it when people say, it's my birthday, and expect you to do something, and then here I am doing that myself. It just seems like, I don't know, a natural thing to say. Thank you. I appreciate it. So how's everybody doing tonight? Where I live, it's been rainy and dreary all day, and it's great sleeping weather, to me anyway, when it's like this. But my day wasn't very exciting. I listed on eBay all day. That was my great excitement. But I was productive. I like to be productive and get things done, and I inherited some costume jewelry from my mom, and I've been listing it and all kinds of other things that I just don't want anymore. And right now is a great time to list on eBay. People are buying like crazy because of Christmas. I'm from Indiana, but I live in Texas. Where are you from? I think I like that other song. Oh, you're from Texas too? I have a feeling that TikTok shows us, thank you, it's nice of you. I have a feeling that TikTok shows us to each other or keeps us all kind of local. Although every time I say that, somebody will say, well, I'm from England, so they make me a liar. But it does seem like there are a lot of people from Texas that get on here that are on. Yeah, and let's see, Houston and Dallas are my biggest are my biggest, well, I take that back. Chicago, more people follow me that live in Chicago than anywhere else, and I don't know why. Well, it's not really something you want to drink a lot of, this turmeric. It has a very strong taste. It's not exactly good. You can tell who's on the drums. I don't know what that means. I had Chinese food for my birthday dinner. I'm in the DFW area. Where are you? You probably live across the street. Wouldn't that be something? Oh, yeah, they are beautiful mushrooms. The way they're glowing. I wish I could be in that forest. I wish it was real. Maybe I'll dream about it tonight. And then the lightning bugs. I just thought about that. Those are lightning bugs in the background. That's really neat. You're in Austin. My son wants to go to school in Austin. Oh, you're up the street? Okay. Are you the man that always walks his dog and tries to talk to me? Is that Oklahoma City? Is that what that is? Oklahoma City, okay. I think I've been there. It's been quite a while, though. So what are you up to tonight? I normally have on my gym clothes, but tonight I put on something a little bit warmer. I was going out to eat. Just watching me. Well, I had my hair cut a couple days ago, and when it looked really cute, of course, I didn't make any videos, and I thought, well, before I wash it tonight, I don't know why I'm telling you this, before I wash it tonight, I'm going to go on live stream and let people know that my hair doesn't always look so awful. But it's not as cute as it was when she first did it. First time visitor, Michael H. You have quite a few followers, Michael. Michael row the boat ashore. I used to love that. I love I should be a permanent mom. I love kids, and I love kids' songs and books, and I wish I could stay young so that I could read to them forever. And I know that's probably most people can't understand that, but I just love the innocence and sweetness, and everything is so new to kids, the whole world, and you have such an ability to make a positive impact on a child's life when you're good to them when they're young and you give them a voice. That's always been very important to me, is to give kids a voice so that they feel heard and that they were important. And I think that was important to me because I didn't really have that growing up. And so kids are most definitely, they are. And I love being a mom, but my youngest son went to college recently. He's home right now from college for Thanksgiving. But I really miss when he and my other sons were younger and they wanted me to read to them. I think that was my favorite part of being a mom, was reading to my kids. I don't know, you look at their face and you can see their imagination, and you know that what you say can have such a huge impact on them. And to me, that's the most incredible, wonderful job and thing that you can do, is to have an impact on a child, because you can impact their entire lives and inspire them to read and have wonder about the world, have a sense of wonder. I did get I have my bachelor's, but not in education, and so I did go back to school and got certified to be a teacher. But then so I had serious problems with my back, and I haven't been able to teach. But it's something that teaching kids, especially kids that have learning disabilities, or they don't call them disabilities anymore. They call them, what is it? Learning challenges is how I think they say it. They don't say disabilities because that has a negative connotation. But I myself had, learning differences, that's right. I was always a very, very strong reader. I read at a very early age. But where I struggled was in math. And I have something called dyscalculia. And it has nothing to do with intelligence, but for some reason, my mind really struggled in geometry. And still, to this day, anything that's geometric, I just don't like it. I don't like geometry. But if it's language-based or creative, if it's something that's creative, or use your imagination, as dumb as that sounds, it's the truth, then I love it, and then I excel in it. But I don't like structure, I guess you could say. I don't like anything that's structured and that makes me feel boxed in. I want to be able to imagine and daydream about anything I want. And to me, that makes life more exciting. And that's a big part of how I lost weight, is through visualization. And I don't like to say the word fantasize because then people get the wrong idea. But to me, visualization is more purposeful, is what I would say. Fantasy is more like just for fun. I'm kind of thinking this out loud. But that visualization / fantasy really helped me lose weight. It was how I coped with choosing to finally lose a tremendous amount of weight. And I did. And I didn't read about doing it. No one told me to do it. It was just how I coped with all of the feelings that I had when I eventually gave up different processed foods one at a time. And when I struggled with low self-esteem going to the gym, and I knew that I stood out, or at least in my mind, I know I did. I was huge. And when you see somebody that large at a gym, they stand out. Most people aren't quite that large, not as large as I was. And I was humiliated by it. But I visualized myself already at my goal weight when I went to the gym. And I don't know if other people can understand that or relate to it, but it was the only way that I could cope with feeling like I just had so much shame, and I was so embarrassed because the way I felt on the inside was not how I looked on the outside. I felt like I wanted to and had a strong desire to be healthy, but yet I couldn't control what I ate. And anyway, that's how, if anybody's interested in that, that will be in my book one day. And I have read about it since. And what I did was apparently very effective. I don't know anybody else, that did it that way, but I'm sure there's got to be someone. But it was very effective for me. And even now, still sometimes, I like to create. It can get boring at the gym. And even with my music that I love listening to, when I see people, say I'm on a treadmill or stationary bike, I create little backstories to different people that I see at the gym, just to keep my mind occupied, so that I'm not so keenly aware that I'm putting out so much energy. But it's fun to create stories for all the different people that I see. And maybe I should write more or right period. I don't know. But it's fun. And before you know it, you're done working out at the gym. I'm from Texas. I'm in Texas. But I think that's why I like kids so much, is because I kind of view the world, I think, in kind of a, I don't know, everything is still, I shouldn't say still, but there's a lot of novelty about the world to me still. I don't feel like I've been there and done that. Everything is still interesting to me. And I think that's part of what helps keep you young, if you have an attitude of kind of like a childlike wonder about the world. Like I've been told I have, and I know I do. So if you have the perspective of a child who cares about learning and seeing and doing, and you're interested and engaged, then I think you can do better in a lot of ways. I don't know if anybody even understands what I mean, but to me it's very logical. But I've had people say they like to look at things, at the world through my eyes, because I'm still like a kid and I get really excited about, heck, I get excited about M&Ms. Really excited about M&M fighting something or what. That's funny you said that. I just heard from the film producer. I probably shouldn't be, I'm not going to tell you what he said, but it probably won't be out until 2020. We're going to start filming again in January, from what I know. And just guessing using little bit of information that I have about that, I would say 2025 is when it would come out. I can't see that it would be later than that, but I don't know 100%. Filming stopped because of the writer's strike, and it will start again in January. That's weird. That I just heard from the producer. You're probably him. Yes, it already started. We've actually filmed a fair amount, but we stopped because of the strike. And I'm not supposed to really be talking about it, but thank you for asking. I appreciate it. I'll be glad when it's all done. What studio? That's funny you said that, because that's what the producer told me tonight. And I can't say that publicly. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't. Believe me, as soon as I can blab about all of it, I will. I'll be thrilled. But I don't want to jeopardize anything. But thank you for asking. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes. He thinks that, well, at first I thought it was just going to be a documentary. But I have there's so much to it, that he said it needed to be a mini-series documentary. So I don't know if I've ever seen a mini-series documentary, come to think of it. There's none that come to mind, but I'm sure no expert in it. I don't know. Those mushrooms are neat. And the lightning bugs. But yeah, no, it's not on. When I can talk about it, believe me, I will talk about it as soon as I can. I need to finish taking my vitamins. I don't know why I like this song. Solus, what's wrong? Are you still there? This is an important one to take. Collagen. Which a lot of people take it now. Oh, you can't even. Oh, yeah, you can see. I've done a lot of research about collagen. I'm not an expert, but I do read a lot. And I don't think that all collagen is equal. Yeah, just congested. Oh, I hope you don't have COVID. Hoping it goes away soon. Take zinc. Zinc is shown to actually curb the common cold more quickly than vitamin C. So if I start feeling poorly, I take zinc and vitamin C. But really, what makes it go away most quickly is Father Time. Do you like the mushrooms? Does it look neat? It just amazes me, the things that I just love it. It's fun. I wanted to get some ginger and other things too. Zinc is good. Yes. Didn't I show you this ginger Solus that I cook with every day? I put this in my eggs and chicken and salmon every day. I eat this ginger. I think I've shown this to you before. Oops, it disappeared. They're in these little, you just open this up and you poke one out, and it's just pure ginger, and it's so good for you. Okay, I did. All right. I like to share it with people because, you know the expression pay now or pay later? And I'm talking about health. I prefer myself to pay now and eat in a healthful manner so that hopefully I won't get sick or have, things happen to me in the future. But I eat ginger, and I don't eat garlic every day, but you can buy the garlic in these cubes as well. So, but the ginger is extremely important to me. Thank you for sharing it, Duck, Goose. Two boys, babe, a traveling circus came. I should be a kindergarten teacher. I would love to act out all these little songs and have fun with the kids. That's really what I should do. That's what I would enjoy more than anything. Also did some weight. Oh, well, good for you. Only the basics. Low weight. Well, so what? All that matters is that you did it. Good for you. That's great. That's wonderful. Nellie was her name. One dark night, she slipped her iron chain, and off she ran to Hindustan. That's a weird song. I guess people don't want to listen to kid songs. See, I could listen to kid songs all day. In the summertime. So what's everybody up to tonight? November 19th, 2023. I can't believe I just turned 58 today. I sure don't feel 58. I feel 28. Is what new? This filter with the mushrooms? Or live streaming? Or what? I've never seen this filter before. Not that I'm an expert, but This filter is, oh, thank you. Yes, this filter I've never seen before. I know I would have done this filter because it's so me. It's a big, like, fantasy. I love it. I'm running through the woods and I'm looking behind the trees and I'm picking off all those, what are those mushrooms on the, I mean, I can just imagine all the things that I would do, and I would try to catch all those fireflies and see if they could talk and all the things a kid would do. I think it's important to have a childlike wonder about the world. When you become, so many people become so set in their ways and so kind of boring when they get to be older. And I understand you have a career and all of that, but when it's your own time, I think it's good for people to let their mind wander and roam and be free. But that's me. That's how I think. You're interested in what? Something else that I do to try to stay healthy, and it does make a difference, and there's not a lot that I think does, but I put gelatin, I mix it with orange juice, and the gelatin, it's just like women from the 50s and the 40s that used it. It really does strengthen your nails and your hair and supposedly your cartilage and your tendons. I don't know. But I do know that when I really notice it is when I stop using it. You know, they say that about a lot of things, that you get used to it and you're not quite aware of it. And it's not until you stop doing it that you realize that it really did do something after all. And it's the same thing with the gelatin that I use. I just buy the generic. There's no reason to pay name brand. It's all the same thing. And I have one gelatin packet every single day along with my collagen. Michael. I'll be glad when it's summertime again. I don't really like the weather like this. Yeah, it's not that expensive. I just buy the generic gelatin. It takes, now give it a good 4 weeks for it to do something, but it really does. And the person that told me about it was my uncle, who was a doctor, and I would have never believed if someone else had told me that, I would have thought, yeah, right, sure. But he told me, and I know he was very intelligent. He was an MD, and that was one of the few things he told me that I should take is gelatin. And he was right. It's not expensive. I buy the generic. There's no reason to buy the name brand. It's all the same. I know people. I live a day at a time too, but I also have to think about my future and what's in my best interest.
Let me tell you about the meal that is a winner. You can have it for your tea or for your dinner. It's called
You too, Michael. I really don't know if people kind of understand me, but I guess you could say a free spirit type. I don't like structure. I'm the kind that wants to draw outside the lines. I don't like it when we're told that we have to do something a certain way. I like to see, oh, it said it was low power. How is it so low? I don't see how it's like that. That sounds like a fun song. Fun and happy. That's something else I do is I do tend to become depressed, unfortunately. I've been that way most of my life. And I use music to help me. It helps pull me out of myself. When I get depressed, I tend to isolate myself and not want to talk because I am an introvert. But music helps pull me out. And I choose music according to the way I want to make myself feel. Oh, it is. I think I saw on your Solus, on your page, you said music is life. If I remember correctly, I feel exactly the same way. Music just does something to me. I feel so much better when I listen to music. It makes me happy. I don't want to feel sad, but sometimes I need to cry, and it can help me, process some feelings that I need to process. And it's just, I think some people are definitely more connected to music for whatever reason. I don't know, but I've always been that way about music. Been very musically inclined, and I took piano lessons for maybe, 7 years, and I was too lazy to practice. I'm embarrassed to admit, but I remember my piano teacher telling me, if only you would practice, you could be really good. Well, that wasn't really a compliment because I didn't want to practice. I was too lazy to. It was just too structured for me. It can change your mood instantly. That's right. It is very therapeutic. I'm sure there's other people that do the same thing as me, and they use music in a medicinal way. I know I'm not the only one. Obviously, you know it too. Do you play an instrument at all, Solus? Sorry, I'm putting water in my collagen drink. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Not really. Uh-oh. I hope I didn't do any damage. Can't believe I just did that. I played cello, trombone, and piano, but hated lessons learning. That's me too. I did it by ear too. I was always really good at playing it by ear, but I don't know why I was like that about not wanting to practice. Now, I regret it. Now I'm mad at myself, but I really needed my mom. My dad wasn't around at that time to force me to practice, but it's too rebellious that I knew better. I was just a dumb kid. I mean, I wasn't dumb, but I don't even know if my brain could have handled all that structure. My brain's always wanted to just, I don't know. It's very hard for me to make my brain do things it doesn't want to. But I have figured out ways to deal with my overeating, that's for sure. And like I've said in the past, I don't know if anybody that's here knows it, but I created an alter ego that I rebelled against to lose 110 pounds. And it was the only way I could deal with a brain like mine, meaning, you know how think about it, when someone tells you to do something, do you want to do it? Or is your first reaction, you don't want to do it because someone told you? Well, my first reaction has always been, I don't want to do what you tell me. I'm going to do the complete opposite of what you tell me. No one will control me. That's my brain. And so when I went on a diet, I didn't like that. My brain said, no, that's not what I want to do. I'm not going to go on a diet. So I had to devise a way for me to overcome my own brain rebelling. Well, in the past, anyway. Hi, Michael. I agree. I resist structure pretty much anywhere, including I'm still like that. Well, I've gotten better, but I still tend to, I don't know what it is. I guess some of us are just fiercely independent, and it's not always a good thing to be so fiercely independent. My dad was like that, and it definitely was not in his best interest, but he was. I think he was more independent than me, even. Ugh, yuck. I mean, oh, this is so good. It's really not. But I think it's good for me. I've read too much about collagen. Too much. I have been told by too many doctors, I've read too many articles about it to think that there's not something to collagen. I know that there is something. I'm drinking a collagen drink. It's a powder that I mixed with water. It's actually swamp water from this beautiful scenery in the background. And it's immortality juice. Don't I wish? The only thing that I'm stupid. I just am having fun. The only thing that we have, the way you said that, I could imagine you saying okay in this real funny way. I saw it at Wally World was gonna buy. You saw what? A background like this? What I was saying is the only thing that we have that's the closest, why can't I decline that? The closest thing that we have to immortality is weightlifting, eating less, and testosterone. That's about the only thing. Ew, I don't like beer. I don't even like to smell it. And then, of course, what we eat is medicine. And the best thing that I ever did for myself was give up most processed foods. That was very difficult. And I'm not 100% no processed foods, that's for sure. But I feel so much better mentally and physically when I don't eat processed foods for the most part. I don't know if most of you have heard of the 80-20 rule, but it's what you do about 80% of the time that counts. And I eat whole foods about 80% of the time, if I had to guess. So no, I don't eat it 100%, but for the most part, I eat real whole foods. I'm gonna try and sleep. Have a good night, Soulless. I hope you feel better. You too? Well, good for you. It's not easy to do. It's a lot easier to